Hello and welcome back to the channel. And today's video is about Fernando Torres' past stories, his childhood and getting famous after his debut. Now let's get started. In a few months, Fernando Torres became the commercial and media driving force of Atlitico Madrid. In a few months, he became so famous and it was unbelievable to see. In a football career like his, he became like a Ferrari in the media. The highest paid Spanish player was at Atletico in the second division, and he was 17 years old. And then there's a moment came where you have to choose. Do I want to become like Beckham, as he was not concentrating in football? And then he decided he wanted to be Fernando Torres. He became very picky so he could dedicate the majority of his efforts, and without slip-ups, all of his energy, towards football and not advertising. Now let's get a bit backwards to Fernando Torres' childhood. My childhood and my career until I was professional has had moments where I have learned from people close to me. My family, my parents, my brother and sister constantly. And during summer times when school ended and Dad could take holidays, and then we could get in the car, and in those days, 9 hours to Galicia. It had a big impact in my life because that's where I met my wife. When we meet, I was around 10 or 11. For me, my wife is a little girl, 2 years younger than me. At that age, was very young. It was our siblings who were friends, not us. I was a tiny little girl, and I was with my parents and cousins, and he was part of the beach group. In the summer, there were tournament, and we were in the stands of the pavilion, waiting for the match to start, and she appeared. And when I looked back, I saw her. I had been with her for 2 hours before on the beach, but it was like in a film, going down the stairs and saying, "Man, I have to tell her something today." The image I have in my head is exactly how it was, and I'm sure she doesn't even know it. Now, I don't go out much. Since I have been in the first team, there is not enough time. There is a pre-season, weekends, and girlfriend, media asking, are you plural or single? Single. I have made my minds. He made his debut in May, this is in July. And he was nervous, he said, "You got to do me a favor." I said, "What?" He said, "Take me to the airport." I said, "Where are you going?" He said, "I'm going to Galicia." I said, "What for?" He just stayed quiet. He looked at me and couldn't say it. Until he says, "Look, I'm going to ask Olalla out." I said, "That's news. We have to celebrate." He said, "When she says yes." And when he came back, I said, "So how did it go?" He then looked at me and smiled. And the smile told everything. That's for watching, and see you guys in the next video.